Hi, I'm John MacArthur, the Chief Revenue Officer at WISPR Systems. There's a lot of confusion right now around drone compliance, NDAA rules, green UAS, blue UAS, FCC updates, federal highway letters, and then what it all actually means for your operations. Over the next few minutes, I just want to break down clearly and explain how WISPR is helping organizations stay compliant as these requirements continue to evolve. So starting with the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA, specifically we're looking at sections 848, 817, and then 889. These place restrictions on the drone components that federal agencies, federal funded projects, and then many critical infrastructure operators can use. And this compliance isn't just about where the drone is assembled, it covers the entire system. So you can be made in America, but not NDAA compliant. So this covers the aircraft, the controller, the payloads, the supply chain, and even how that data is handled. These requirements apply across multiple procurement and funding pathways, not just direct federal purchases. So at WISPR, we're designing our platform specifically for regulated environments. Our SkyScout 2 Plus is NDAA compliant when operated in improved configurations, such as the Sony LR1 61 megapixel camera, the Grimsey VO F1, that's a dual sensor with thermal and zoom RGB, and then a couple LiDAR payloads like the Ouster OS164 and the Teledyne Echo 1. So these are all selected to meet that state, federal, and enterprise compliance expectations. And then that brings us to the green and blue list, which you've probably heard of. So the green list is administered by AUVSI. So that validates cybersecurity practice and supply chain risk. We're in the final stages of that green list approval. And then the blue list is in conjunction with the green list, and you can move from one list to the other almost immediately. So really the green and blue list is third-party verified NDAA compliance. So the most recent updates that came out was the new FCC letter and the federal highway letter that hit at the end of 25. So this has raised a ton of concerns about foreign-made drones and critical components on federally funded jobs. The key takeaway for the FCC one is that all current existing authorized systems remain legal to sell and to operate. So no issues at all with any of the WISPR platforms on that FCC authorization. For the federal highway letter, that is going to need to meet the most stringent NDAA compliance level, so we'll be on the SkyScout 2 Plus for that one. So if you're wondering if this applies to me, kind of the easiest way to know is that if you're working on a Department of Transportation, Army Corps of Engineer, any other federal agencies, public utilities, or state agencies aligned with federal standards, NDAA compliant drones are often required, or that's rapidly becoming the norm. So compliance isn't getting simpler, and waiting until a project is delayed or a platform is grounded is the most expensive way to deal with it. If you're unsure whether your current drone program meets the NDAA, FCC, or federal highway requirements, or you're planning future projects that involve federal funding or DOT funding, we can help. There's a link to a short form on our website. Fill that out, and a member of our team is going to reach out to schedule a call. We'll review your program, your funding environment, and your compliance requirements, and help you determine the right path forward. No pressure at all, just clear answers so you can keep flying with confidence. Thank you.